Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of this weekend's Weekend Roundup, where we take a look at all the mods released in the Giants Mod Hub for the week of January 1st through January 5th, 2019. So we've already had a look at all the vehicles released this week and half of the implements and tools released this week. We got to just over an hour mark on that first part, and I thought, you know what, it probably would be best if we split this up into two different segments. So we are here back with part 2, where we're going to finish taking a look at the implements and tools, and then we're going to take a look at the one script mod that was released this week. So first up, we're going to take a look at the concrete metal rollers. This mod can be found under tools and then weeders. Here it is, weeders. Well, you know what? That's what the mod hub said. Let's take a look over here under miscellaneous. How about we look at miscellaneous? There you go, guys. So under tools and miscellaneous, we have the concrete metal roller main and the concrete metal roller roll. $5,500 for the main one, $5,000 for the second option. So the main one is distinct in that there are 3 connection points in the rear, 1 in the middle and 2 off to the sides. Really nice details on this. I think the textures for the concrete, steel, the wood, I think looks really nice there. 2-meter working width, 25 horsepower is the requirement, 9 mile per hour working speed. $280 to lease, $55 per day, and $115 to lease per hour. Sorry, just totally messed that one up. And then we have the secondary roller, $5,000. This one obviously doesn't have the side hitches, but has a rear hitch only. 2-meter working width, same 25 horsepower. $5,000 to buy, $255 to lease, $50 per day, and $105 per operating hour. One more. There we go. Now, rollers are kind of a special little beast, in my opinion. Somehow they have the magic weeding function, and all they do is just roll on the ground. I don't know how that manages to kill weeds, whereas it doesn't damage the crops. Hooking up to this is a bit of a special task in and of itself. Well, that's not really what I was wanting to do. Here, this is the intended working configuration. We have 1 roller in the middle and 2 rollers off to the sides. The typical transport position is going to be with 3 rollers all in a row. Hence why there is a middle hitch on the first and a middle hitch on the other 2 rollers. We don't have any fields really that we can weed per se. Is we come up here and we basically unfold the weeder. Okay, let's toggle to the next one. We unfold the weeder, and now we are basically working with the weeders. So in the unfold position, they're supposed to basically do the weeding function, and then fold it up. I guess they don't perform the weeded function. But yeah, This isn't doing any sort of crop destruction. Yeah, I don't know. I guess folks in Europe use rollers more. We never used rollers, so I don't know. Here you go. You've got a roller, concrete meadow rollers by Realistic Farmers. Yep. This mod is available for all platforms. You get to see a little bit of dirt mask on that one also. Just leave the rollers there and make our way down to the shop, where we're actually going to take a look at another roller. We have the green roller classic. This mod is also by Daz Alex. We've had a few mods of his this week. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is what I get for trying to read and drive at the same time. This mod is also here under miscellaneous. We have the classic roller. This machine, you can restore the initial ground state, delete fields, sprayers increase the harvest output. So this also has a fertilize function. We have a couple configuration options. We can do a wheel setup. We can put a wheel so we can raise and lower it. Without the wheel, it's just always on the ground. Design standard, design 1. So we have design 1 with the warning signs on the back. Design 2. Design 3. There's a warning signs front and back. Standard has no signs. So as configured, this is $19,570 to buy, $998 to lease, $195 per day, and $410 per operating hour. Go ahead and take this up to our test field here up the hill. This is like the ground roller from Farm Sim 17. With respect to that, it can be used to basically delete field states. Oh, look, just drove right over those concrete rollers. Did not even see them there. Let's lower the roller. And then let's unload. What's unload do? Load doesn't do anything. You see we have a fertilizer capacity of 1 liter. Turn it on. You can see we are deleting field state. If we hit B to turn it off, it is fertilizing, if you will. This field doesn't need fertilizing, so we're not going to be seeing that. There you go, guys. We've got the classic green roller. Again, if you turn it on with the B button, then it starts to delete field, turn to the normal ground state, hit B again, turn it off, and it stops doing that. Hit X, raise the wheels up. You have hose attachments. You choose to get the wheels, and there you go. This mod was by Daz Alex and is available for all platforms. Next up we have the Lizard Carryall. This mod is by Maz Dev. It is also available for all platforms. mod that you found in the miscellaneous section also. Let's go ahead and check that out. So if we go to miscellaneous, we have the carry-all, $2,200. Basically, it's a 3-point hitch platform. Come on. You can do it. Nothing here. I wonder. One. You can do it. Well, looky there. All right, let's reset the game and see if this continues. All right, guys, we are back, and I think I figured out what the issue was. So I think I had a mod conflict between locking steering axles, which for some reason I still had in the in my mod folder activated. So here we are. This is the carry-all basic 3-point hitch platform. We get it in galvanized or painted, and we can change the color to whatever we want. So we've got a Fendt tractor, so let's get Fendt green, and the main color, let's do Fendt green, both shades of Fendt green there. Okay, we can go with Fendt green and painted. Let's do that. $2,400 to buy, $122 to lease, $24 per day, and $50 per operating hour. There it is, just a basic 3-point hitch platform. Not a lot going on here. But if you're looking for something to basically haul a couple pallets, a couple bales around on, this does have a strap. And basically you could drive this over here to the shop, drop it off, use loader arms to basically put pallets on it, put a strap on it, and then hook it up to your 3-point hitch, drive it back to your farm, and basically do the reverse. Drop it down, unload it, down, take the strap off, unload it, and there you go. That is the Lizard Carryall by Maz Dev. And again, this mod is available for all platforms. Next up, we've got the Kuhn Interactive Sprayers. And this mod actually has a few interesting mod requirements that go along with it. So let's take a look at those first. So if we go to Placeables and Miscellaneous, let's put down Vertex Designs Fertilizer Tank. Okay. And let's go to Tools and Miscellaneous. Nope, Tools and let's try Animals. No. Crop Protection. Yep, let's get HS8. This is a mod that's been out in the Mod Hub before. Go ahead and get that one. Just 8P. I forget what the P is. Don't need the D. Let's get the HSP version. It's possible to park pallets at the edge of the field. Okay, so let's just get the regular HS8 modded version here. Okay, oops. Get out of there. And then we have the Kuhn PF 1500, the Deltis 1302, and the Metris 4102. So basically what this does, and these should be priced the same as the in-game versions, but what this does is it adds the ability for you to basically empty the contents of the sprayer back into a tank, either this tank or a liquid fertilizer storage tank, herbicide storage tank, whatever the case may be. What we're going to do is we're going to hook this up. I'm going to pull it over here. And let's go over here and get our sprayer. Look back at the shop. So something to take note of, we can change the color. Can't do on the in-game version. Okay. We can also change the capacity from standard to unload on pallets or not. So if you hit unload on pallets, it basically is a colorable version of the in-game sprayer. If you do standard, which is what we have, then we will be able to basically unload into a either a storage tank or this particular trailer here. So both of these mods that I've listed as required are included in the mod description over at the Farm Sim website. What do we do? We have to come over here and turn this on. Left click to activate. Start filling. So you can see we are now putting liquid fertilizer into our sprayer. $1,950. We're done spraying now. Now what we can do is basically take it and take it out of our sprayer. Let's see if we can't figure out how to do that. R to refill. Okay, and now we are drawing liquid fertilizer out of our sprayer here. See the fill gauge going up means that we are drawing liquid out of it. Putting it in our storage tank there. So now that is empty. So this has 1,300 liters in it. Let's hook back up to our sprayer. And our sprayer is now empty. And we can now have to be attached to this one, I guess. Because I don't have the lid open, I guess. So as you can see, basically go between these. Fill, and we can empty from this tank. Now drawing liquid out. Here. Stopped when we disconnected, but we now have liquid in this one. There you go, guys. That is the Kuhn Interactive sprayers, and that works for all three: the front tank, the rear 3-point hitch sprayer that we used, as well as the pull behind sprayer. That mod is by Holger Senstock and is available for all platforms. Next up, we have the Pottinger NovaCat 302 ED. Look at that here under mowers. We have the Pottinger NovaCat 301 ED. It's the front mower. NovaCat X8 ED, which is the wing mower. And now we have the NovaCat 302 ED, which is the side mower. 3 meter working width, 13 mile per hour working speed, 60 miles or 60 horsepower required. And what we could either do is use the mower by itself, or we could hook it up with the front mower. This mod is by mlottie98 and is available for all platforms. Raise it up. So, and now the butterfly mowers basically give you like a 9-meter working width on the mower. I think the front mower gives you like 3.2 or something. And this side mower gives us a 3-meter working width. Let's run down here and just mow a quick strip of grass here. Let's unfold this. Let's unfold front. Let's lower the front. Lower the rear. Turn them on. And off we go. If you're looking for a fairly cheap way of mowing a little bit quicker without needing the horsepower or the money in order to basically use the wing mowers, then this would be a pretty good option for you. And this is the Pottinger Novacat 302 ED. Is by mlottie98 and is available for all platforms. Nice. Next up, we have the Farm Tech EDK 800 trailer. This mod is by Kaztan18. Find it here under Tools and then Trailers. You have the Farm Tech EKD 800, $9,000. Holds 9,000 liters, and you can see it holds all of the standard fill types here on the map. You have options of Lizard Standard, Trelleborg Wide, Michelin Wide, and back to Lizard Standard. $459 to lease, $90 per day, and $189 per operating hour. Let's compare that to some of these other trailers. So we have the SKE 802. Now, default configuration at $8,000 only holds 4,000 liters. 8,000 liters is $10,000, and 12,000 liters is $12,000. So the Farm Tech trailer is right there in the general price range. We have the TKD 1600, holds 1,400 liters of product and is $1,900. And we have the HW80, holds 10,750 and is $8,500. But this is a dolly trailer. Some people try to avoid dolly trailers, so this merges right in there with these other trailers for small capacity at a decent amount of money. Then hook up. We do have hose connections. It's good to see there. Covered, come on and off. We do have a rear hitch, so we can chain a few of these together, should we so wish. And our tip options. We have tip side back, tip side grain door, left and right. So let's go ahead and force unload. You'll see the animation here. Okay. Side back. Do tip side grain door. Door animates up. Nice smooth animation on the door. so is the Farm Tech EDK800 by Castan18, and again is available for all platforms. Next up, we have the Fendt Tigro 100XR loading wagon. This mod is available for all platforms. Find it here under loading wagons. Fendt Tigro XR 100D, $154,000. This mod will hold 54,000 liters. Compare that to the Tigro XR 75D, only holds 42,000 liters for $124,000. This mod requires 220 horsepower, holds your standard forage type crops, your chaff, your hay, straw, grass, and silage. Let's take a look here at it in the shop. There we go. 3 axles. This thing is a beast. Change the main color to either Black Beauty or Fendt Nature Green. The rim color to black also. Fendt, yeah, that one. Trelleborg Standard for wide tires. Then we have Michelin Standard for wide tires. Cover yes or no. We get a nice fabric cover. Let's do that. As configured, $159,000, $8,109 to lease, $1,590 per day, and $3,339 per operating hour. Just so happen to have some grass down there that we can pick up. Go on down there and pick that up. You have hoses. We've got a nice animation on the jack. In to open the cover. Nice smooth animation on opening the cover there. Serious shine off of that galvanized floor. Go to pick up and turn it on. Working at 12 miles per hour. Of course, given the sheer capacity of this thing, we're not going to be filling it up with the little bit of grass that we have cut down here. Just wanted to show it to you working. Zoom in and take a look at the pickup animation. There you go. So that is the Fendt Tigro 100 XR by Lucas and Dajo. It is available for all platforms. We have 2 more mods, and then we will call it a quit for this week's Weekend Roundup. Next up, we have a pair of pallets. We have a fertilizer and lime pallet that is similar in style to the new in-game seed pallet. This mod is by Robbie Mel 81 modding. Find it here under pallets. So new with 1.4, we have the seed pallet, Pioneer seed pallet, 2,100 liters. We have individual seed bags. And with this mod, we get a fertilizer pallet and a lime pallet, 2,100 liters. Once again, and we have Lizard fertilizer, $4,032 for 2,100 liters. Now, there are lease prices here, but you see we cannot lease that. Let's get a pallet of lime, $460 for 2,100 liters of lime. Let's compare that to a solid fertilizer big bag. So solid fertilizer big bag is $1,920 for 1,000 liters. Lime is $450 for 2,000 liters. And this is $4,032 for 2,100 liters and $460 for 2,100 liters. Let's get fertilizer. Let's get a Coon. This one. Okay. I think these are really great additions to the pallet availability. Let's move on over here. Let's back up and let's just see if this has the same general animation as the seed pallets does. Does indeed. As this fills, the bags vanish. Pretty cool. Just drop that off there. Let's try the lime pallet now. Lime pallet does the same thing. Pretty cool, pretty neat. Say, I like it. I like it a lot. Again, that is by Robbie Robe. It's Robbie MEL81 modding. You'll see it down there in the lower third, and is available for all platforms. And last but not least, this is maybe the sleeper mod, as I said in the intro to part 1. As far as the coolest mod released this week, that is store deliveries. Let's go up here to our little placeable testing area. Okay, let's turn this off. So we know when we buy something at the shop here on Ravenport, we know where it shows up at the shop. We know if we reset something, we know where it shows up. So for example, let's reset. Come on. So for example, let's reset. Oh, what do we got? Let's reset our Tigro XR100D. If we reset that, well, it jumps back over here to the shop. Right there. We pretty much know how that works, right? Well, this is how store deliveries works. Look up here in the F1 menu. We don't have any clue anything's going on, but if we hold our left shift and we hold our left alt, we get this marker on the ground. Okay? If we add S to it, so we hold left shift, left alt, and hit S. Okay, we saw it flash there real quick right before we backed up. We have now set the spawn point for new purchases and resets. Let's go to the shop and let's just buy something, just for fun. Like a pallet of fertilizer. Let's buy it. What was that? There it is. We got charged 2.5% to have this pallet delivered. So we got charged $100 to have this delivered here to the shop. Well, not to the shop, but basically to our physical location. We can set this to wherever we want on the map. Now, you know we have down here a fertilize spreader. Did we buy fertilizer? Did. Okay, so let's go get our axis. Let's reset it. Well, looky here. What do we have? We have the axis fertilizer spreader right beside our pallet of seed. Oh, sorry, of fertilizer. Since we reset it, it's empty now. So now we can just fill it back up. And go do our thing. So this is great for one, maps that that you've decided that you want to put your farm way, way, way far away from the shop, and you're really, really tired of basically getting that driving to the shop constantly. You have things delivered. Well, you can use this mod to set a spawn point at your farm. Everything you buy, you do have to pay a delivery fee, 2.5%. But everything you buy spawns back at your farm. Let's say you're over here, and you're seeding this huge field. Okay, let's pretend this field's huge, and you're seeding this huge field, and it's on the other side of the map of the store, and you run out of seed, and you're like, you know what? I ran out of seed. Now I got to drive all the way back to the store to get more seed. Well, I can do this. I can set that. I can go now into the shop. I can buy me a pallet of seed. And looky, there it is. Delivered right to my field side for $47, 2.5%. Now, to reset this, I can hold left shift, left alt, and hit R. Saw it flash. And when I hit R, now if I buy something, let's buy a let's buy a big bag of seed. Okay, it's not here. Not here. No. It's back here at the shop because we reset it back to wherever we wanted it. So we could basically put this wherever we want, whenever we want, and basically have stuff spawn wherever we want it spawn. There you go. That is store deliveries by Viper GTS 96, and this mod is available for just PC only because it is a script mod. Alright guys, that is it. That is the weekend roundup in both parts for the week of January 1 through January 5. Again, this covers all the mods newly released in the Giants Mod Hub for the first week of July 2019. It's July 1st through July 5th. Tune in next week for another weekend roundup of all the mods released in the Giants Mod Hub, minus the mods for the mod contest. We will be covering those in a lot of detail in some special coverage, but any mods released in the mod hub that are not part of the mod contest, we will cover next weekend on Saturday. Until next time, happy farming.